How's it? Sean from Combat Simulations. Non Roadblock. I can never pronounce that name. Alright, we're going to play this scenario from the Axis side. The last scenario I played from the Ally side. We're going to try and see if we can win this as the Axis. Alright, so before we get started, please subscribe to my channel. It's free. And also leave comments and suggestions. And watch my videos. And like them and share them. Helps me a lot. Also hit that notification button. So you can keep updated with all my future videos. Alright, let's get started. So I got a bit of a cold here. Alright, so initial orders delay will gravitate from 0 to 100% during the first hour. To Obersturm, Flieger Division 7th HQ. Your pilot will carry acknowledgement of these orders back to Greece. Although this is not ideal, the situation has changed since this morning. And to maintain the initiative, your focus will need to change as well. Your orders for capture of the airstrip still stand, but you are to accord a higher priority to the planned blocking position at Rethymnon to prevent the enemy transferring troops between the sectors. Be advised that the enemy intends to transfer at least a battalion force through Rethymnon to Maleme. This must not be allowed to happen. Our success at Maleme is still tenuous, and a strong enemy counterattack could be fatal. Alright, I'm not going to read that favor the Axis, favor because I've just picked this as historical. Scenario briefing. A small German parachute force attempts to make the best of a bad situation at Rethymnon against strong Allied defenses. A what-if scenario. In this variation of the historical campaign, General Student has acknowledged that taking Rethymnon airstrip has become an outside bet at best. Following the capture of Maleme airfield, German signals have intercepted a signal from General Freiberg to the Australians at Rethymnon, directing the release of a battalion to assist the desperate counterattacks on Maleme airfield. In response to Dent's orders of FJ Regiment 2, already airborne, to divide its efforts, the regiment is not only to maintain the pressure at Rethymnon airstrip in the hope of opening another pipeline for reinforcements, but also to ensure that Australians do not get to Maleme where their presence could tip the battle. The Australians, of course, have their orders from Freiburg. The airstrip must be held as a strong German reinforcement here will threaten not only Rethymnon air garrison with annihilation, but will destroy any chance of keeping Crete in Allied hands. In addition, at least a battalion of combat troops must evade any German block, forcing their way through Rethymnon as they take the only road to Maleme. All right. Okay, so there's the briefing. Basically, this is a bridge too far. Really, again, well, geez, an airstrip too far. Let's put it that way. The Germans just don't have enough to do this. I don't know what the scenario designers were thinking. I mean, if you look at, come on. This is what we have. Come on. This is not going to take this and this and that. What were they thinking? And this is a what-if scenario. So what was the plan there? What if scenarios, you need to give they should be balanced, and you should be able to give the Germans or the British. If the British have got a lot, you should be able to give the Germans a fair amount. Remember, now let me explain this to you. In war, you need a 3-to-1 advantage as an attacker to assault any position. Any position in terms of any town, any hill, anywhere you go. If you're going to go on the attack and you want to take these positions, you need a 3-to-1 advantage. I know why the scenario designers aren't thinking carefully when they know they need a 3-to-1 advantage. This is a 3-to-1 advantage in favor of the Allies. We are the 1 and they are the 3. And we're trying to take ground from them. It's just stupid. Anyway, I won this easily as the Allies. If you watch the previous scenario, I won this. So I'm always wondering if I won that well, easily, can I actually win as the Germans? And I just had a look at their forces, as I said, and it's too much. Anyway, we're gonna give it a good go. Let's not be too negative. Let's give it a go. That's why we're here. Okay, so destroy the enemies 20. This is 100 points, bro. And it's occupation of 100. This isn't going to get there and hold that. These are 20. That's 20 and that's 15. It's all occupation. How are we going to split this little force? Scenario designers, how are we going to split this little force to hold all three of those? Or even just to take one of them? I mean, come on. All right, so what I've done is I've sent this little battalion that's on the field straight to there. Okay, it's going to go the quickest path. It's probably going to go through the road. Reinforcements are coming, which are coming now. All right, they're all coming now. And I'm going to send maybe one of them to here, and the rest of them are going to go and take that. It's no use going for these. I mean, if you want to win, you either play to win it or you play not to lose it. Are you playing not to lose or are you playing to win? So in order to win, we need the 100. Okay, that's the thing we need. We don't need the 20s and the 15s. Why would we even bother getting them? That adds up to 35. We still need the 100. We need this one. So I'm going to send a little force to grab that, but the rest of the force is going that way. All right, so let's give it a go. Let's fight. Let's see how this turns out. Okay, good. Now, everybody seems to arrive. Okay, so I'm going to send him, which is this guy. I'm going to help because he's the main force. We have to go for this, bro. I mean, there's no ways. I don't know what these O's were thinking. There's no ways. We're not going to be able to. We've got to. And this is. I think this is the. Let me just have a look here. Oh, that's the main. I'm going to send him to here, just to sit on this for there, and then I might send a little force. He can just go the quickest. I'll keep him going that way. And yeah, okay. Then we got this here. We're going to reattach him. How many reinforcements do we have? That's it, bro. This is it. This is it that we have in the field now. This is all we have. This is all we have, bro. I mean, it's pathetic. Airfield. Airstrike. Okay, let's just drop one there. We can't see anything at the moment. Okay, we got this objective because we set the main HQ there. Let me put him here. Let's put him as an attack. Yeah. So you can. Alright, let's drop the guy on there. And let's drop another one on there. Maybe we can at least keep Well, there's nothing we can do. I'm telling you now, there's nothing we can do. We have to go for that's 100 points. I mean, if this was spread out like 30, 40, maybe 50 or whatever, that's 100 points, bro. That's 100 points. These are 20s and 15s. In order to just be honest with the scenario, we have to go and grab that position there. So let's give it a bash. Let's not be too negative. Let's hit it. Let's see what we can get. Once again, we don't even have enough forces to occupy this because you need a 10-to-1 ratio. I'm going to send this guy to the back here. I don't know if this is occupied, but I'm going to send him there. And I'm going to take him off sleep as well, because I actually want him to go there. Let him fight his way down there. Let's see if he can. Maybe there's nobody there. Maybe we can grab that. We ain't going to get that. But let's just see. Maybe there's nothing here. I know he's got a little block here. Oh, we got it. Jeez. What was that all about? At least we got that one in the end. There's no ways this is gonna take this. Come on, O's, man. We can't even occupy it from a quantity perspective. Like, we have to have a 10-1. He's got 10-1 just on the battlefield, just here. I don't know what these O's were thinking, these scenario designers, when they designed this. There's no ways. This is an impossible scenario to win. I've sent 1 O to hold that. I've sent the HQ, right? The HQ, just the main HQ with his little baggage train. Just to hold these. I've sent the majority of the 2 regiments down, right? And they just... Alright, well, we'll see. I have an airstrike where we can throw it down here somewhere. There. Nice one. We have another airstrike. Let's throw it over there. Let's see if we can get in here. Oh, we have another airstrike. Okay, good. Let's see if we can drop it in there. Just on these eyes. Maybe we could do some headway here. Well, these guys are trying. They're trying. Give them a go. They just don't have enough here. It's not enough. No, it's not gonna. It's just gonna. How many? We haven't killed much. Yeah, let's throw an airstrike there. This is really the only plan we have. I'm telling you, there's the plan. This is the plan we have. This is the only plan we really have. There's no other plan I can think about. He's putting the HQ over there, the main HQ, and maybe one of his units over there, and then the rest of it is going there. There's no other plan here. You know, if somebody wants to think of another plan, there is no other plan. That's the plan. I'm lucky I've secured these two, but once these two are secured, right, like they are by the HQs, guys, then the rest of his units are down here. There's no other plan here, bro. There's that battalion going in there, right? There's that battalion going in. So both the battalions, just his HQ with his two little baggage trainers, are at the back here. Yeah, well, now he's got an oak at the back here as well. So help me out here. And we've lost this. So he's obviously got reinforcements coming somewhere. I can't remember when I played this, did we have reinforcements here? I'm not sure. I know there was if I can remember, there was an exit objective here, I think. If I can remember. Or something like that. But, hey, I don't know. Anyway, let's just see what the day brings. Day 3. The sunlight comes up, we'll know now. But he's obviously got units down the back here. And, you know, this little... Okay, so it's off. Wait, oh, you know why? He's got an exit here. He's got an objective. Yeah, he had an exit objective, and it's around here. That's why we're still ahead. He's got to exit some O's out of here. That's why. That's why he's having a problem. But the objectives aren't common to us. Yeah. And him. I hate objectives that are not common. You've got to have objectives common to both sides in a scenario. Otherwise, you've got no friction. But luckily, his exit objective is down here, and one of our objectives holds there. So that gives us a bit of friction over there. But, yeah, I don't know. Alright, let's just see how it turns out. I'm going to pause this video until there's really any change, because there's nothing we can do here. There's no change to orders. There's nothing I'm going to change in this fight. I'm not going to suddenly massively bring these O's back here. That's not enough. And these guys are going to stay on here. So let's just see how this thing turns out. I'll pause it until there's further changes. Yeah, okay, I'm back. Basically, the reason we got to about half here, because this guy, the Allies have got an exit objective over here. Because remember, if you watch my video when I played this as the Allies, they have an exit objective here. It's worth about 80 points. So when he... Bro, you're not going to sleep. So when he... I said no sleep. So when he... okay, I better not. I think he's a bit tired. So let's put him on. I forgot to take him off no sleepies. Now, when he got that exit objective, we then suddenly had half. There was half here. It was half here, which means we were like kind of drawing with him. But then when he decided to exit, he get these guys off. He got some guys off. Then this thing ended up with us a big loss here. Once he got these guys off the field, that's when our loss came. It's almost over now. It's 2,200 hours, 21 hours, hour to go. We haven't been able to hold all this. I told you, it's bridged too far. I don't know what the scenario designers were thinking making this game, scenario. Yeah, decisive defeat would have been Domkov. Yeah, well, you come and try and do it, Oak. You come and try and do it with what was given you. Let's see if you can get a decisive victory, even a draw. Let's see you do and draw here. What do you mean the enemy has broken through your positions, continued to advance in strength? Unfortunately, I have news of the debacle has reached the top, and I understand a car's been sent for you. I can do nothing in this situation. Alexander Lure. Okay, so he lost most of the units, almost 2,000 units. He lost 3 times more than us. And that was pretty even. I mean, we lost more guns. We had 18 and he ended up at 69. The problem here is, once again, I'll tell you this again. Objectives that aren't common to both sides. They don't common to both sides. So if I wasn't playing this, let me help you explain this. If I was just playing this from the German side and I didn't know about anything else. I didn't know about a previous scenario. I hadn't played as the Allies. I was just playing as purely as the Germans. I wouldn't know there was an exit objective for the Germans there, for the Allies there. Would you have known? I wouldn't have known. So how would I ever defend against it? By sucking my thumb. How would I ever defend against it if I don't know that there's an exit objective for the Germans there? By sucking my thumb. So I wouldn't have known about it. Okay. Luckily, hindsight's a perfect science. So I played as the Allies before. So then I realized that there's an exit objective here for the Allies. That's what caused them to win. So because it got to about even. We were on a drawish path when this exit objective appeared because he had to get an extra 80 points. Then once he swung all these guys down here, then he got most of them off the field. Luckily, he sort of helped in holding them up a bit, but not for long. Once he was bumped off here, then they were able to exit. Are you with me? So, and I'll say this, I've said this again, you can see in some of the scenarios I've played, you have to have some objectives that are common to both sides. You've got to have objectives common to both sides because there's no friction otherwise. How would we know? The saying this in the briefing is not good enough. And let me just tell the scenario designers again, it's not good enough. It's not good enough. You've got to actually have the objectives common to both sides. Luckily, we had an objective here, which we were able to stop him there. I think his exit objectives here. So we were able to slow him up there. But if we were playing as the Germans for the first time, we wouldn't have known he had an exit objective over there. We wouldn't have known that, and we would have just been sitting here just twiddling our thumbs. All right, so I'm not going to carry on with that again because I've ranted and raved about that in earlier scenarios. Some of the foothills of the God scenarios where they've done this non-common objectives and it becomes a stupid, unplayable scenario. So I'm not going to rant through that. If you want to go watch, you can find out there. But anyway, the Germans just didn't have enough here. To put it down simply, they didn't have enough. This, I mean, come on. This here is more than my entire force put together, and he still exited units. Right? There was no ways we were going to hold this. I had to go for it. I didn't even light it up once. I had to. How was I going to do it? I could have sent everybody, even the HQ down there, but it wouldn't have been enough to get this objective. So I thought, well, might as well send the HQ in these little pieces over here and send the bulk over there. But there's the answer. Unwinnable situation. Unwinnable scenario. I mean, it's just, the Germans just don't have enough, bro. I don't know how the scenario, and this is a what-if scenario. What were the scenario designers thinking? I said earlier, you need a 3-to-1 advantage if you're going to assault. If you're going to attack, you need a 3-to-1 advantage against the enemy. It looks like the enemy had the 3-to-1 advantage against us, and they were defending. So we're coming with our little ones against their threes. This is not enough. If you're going to take a position, it's not enough. You can see it. You saw it yourself. I played this scenario before. It was easy to win. Well, it wasn't. I think it was pretty. I managed to get the Greeks behind. Yeah, I think it was the Greeks. And I got them off the field, luckily. And, yeah. And then I got all these things because the poor guy just didn't have enough. And as you can see it straight here in the scenario. Not enough, scenario designers. Not enough for the Germans to win the scenario. Or even compete, basically. I mean, what I did was the basic thing anybody would else do. You have to come there and try and take that. Because that's 100 points. You got to go for that. All right. I could have sent all of these guys to just grab here. I don't ever would have held them either. But then the objective is this. This is the big boys. You can't ignore that. You've got to send the majority of your force. You've got to go for it. You can't just sit and decide, okay, maybe I can get a draw. I can maybe pile this lot over here and forget about that. That's the objective, bro. You've got to take a risk and go for it. So I played as the way the spirit of the scenario has to be played. And you can't win it. Not as far as I can see, it's unwinnable. Germans just didn't have enough. Yeah, I think that's the end of my bitching about it. Love this game to bits. Don't worry, go buy it. It's such an awesome game. Yeah, so I think I've said what I needed to say. Sean from Combat Simulations, please subscribe to my channel. It's free. And also leave comments and suggestions. And watch my videos. And like them and share them. And hit them and yeah, share them. And also hit that notification button. If you want to keep updated with all my future videos that come from my channel, hit that button as well, the notification button. All right, until our next Command Ops 2 fight, good day on you.